And here in Australia, we've heard this week from certain groups that are critical of the government's plans to raise the age of access to social media to 16, that this is by default a way of setting up government surveillance, that it's a Trojan horse for government control, nanny state, that we're going to turn into China or North Korea. Did you have to deal with those kind of claims as well when you were setting up age assurance technologies in other countries?
Yes, so I speak for the Age Verification Providers Trade Association, and we represent 30 suppliers of privacy-preserving age assurance. And we wouldn't need an age verification industry if we just used ID. But the whole point of our industry is to prove your age online without disclosing your identity. And so frankly, we wouldn't supply those solutions that would put your identity at risk. We think it's really important that people should be able to continue to take advantage of the internet. And I should say we are neutral on the question of policy about what age different governments should introduce. They are elected politicians, they should make those decisions. But they should make them on the basis of really good information about how the tech works. And it would be a big mistake to say we shouldn't do this because we think it's going to bring in a surveillance state. Right? The whole point of why I'm sitting here, what pays me to do this job, is we run an industry that allows you to prove your age without disclosing who you are.
So what does that look like? Is that like a third party independent verifier? Does government hold data at all?
So the simplest way of doing it is the way we traditionally do it, is you, instead of giving your ID to Elon Musk, which nobody thinks is a great idea, you share your proof of age with a third party who's closely regulated. Information commissioners and data protection authorities are very, very interested in what we do. We are probably the most scrutinised industry you can think of because of the data we deal with. And then all they say to the platforms is yes or no. Are you over 16 or are you not over 16? And that will be the only information that Meta or TikTok or Snapchat get, a yes or a no.
That's good. Thank you for explaining. Also, what about this argument that this is a government taking over the role of parents, that really this is a parenting issue, it should not be a regulatory issue? Do you have a response to that?
Well, I won't get into the politics of it, but I can provide some information. And so we look carefully at the work that Ofcom, the UK regulator, has done on this front, and we know that sadly most parents don't know about the controls that are available, in spite of lots of efforts to try and teach them about this. Because let's face it, the platforms would much prefer the parents did this, so they've put a lot of effort into it, and it's still not proving very successful. But even if you know about it, you then need to know how to use it. And of course, most kids know far more about the internet than their parents. And then you have to choose to use it. And then the final one is you have to continue to be committed to use it. So the pester power of the kids persuading you to turn it off, maybe for a reason that you think is quite innocent. They want to play a slightly violent video game, so you relax the parental controls, not realising that you've inadvertently given them access to adult content, for example. So I think there's obviously parents still need to have conversations with their kids. No technology is going to protect you 100% from all the bad things online. And kids will still find stuff that makes them uncomfortable and upset. So we need that media literacy and that resilience in our children as well. But there are just certain things that we do not want children to do online, and we shouldn't put that all on the parents. I think these platforms and adult websites who are making a pretty large amount of money, should really be the first and primary people responsible for protecting kids online, not just pushing that all onto parents.
Press stop on that one as well, and I'm going to